Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy for episode 315 of our quarantine edition. That's 315 days in a row that we have been live here and also in quarantine. It is Sunday, January 24th, also known as Football Sunday, also known as the day that we see what Tom Brady is still made of. I want to be watching that Bucs game when it hits 12:10 or whatever it is. So I am up live early today talking about all the things I'm talking about. Sorry to throw that on you guys, but I didn't realize the time of the Bucs game. And then I was like, what am I going to do? Go live against Brady during this game? It just felt too strange. And the Patriots aren't even in it. So of course, all of my cheer and love is going to the Buccaneers. And while you guys are deciding whether you're Team Godzilla or Team Kong, I am Team Tom Brady, always and forever. So that is why I'm live early today. I do want to talk about that Kong Godzilla trailer. We're going to break that down because holy shit with that trailer. It was so good. But we will get to that momentarily. I also want to talk about a debate that's going on Twitter right now. I love these Twitter debates. I always feel the need to chime in on these. And people are talking right now. You know how they've been doing all those versus battles of very famous rappers, hip hop stars. There's been versus has been going on for most of quarantine. People are talking about what if Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler did a versus of movie scenes? Who would win? And I have things to say about this. So I want to talk about Jim Carrey versus Adam Sandler and their iconography. Is that what it's called? Their movieology? Also, 2/3 the U.S. is supporting Biden's decision to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord and rejoin the WHO. Why is that important? Well, I will break it down on this show. Plus, questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys have going on in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, or right here in the super chat, as us Bostonians might phrase it. So get those in loud, get them in proud, and I will get to those as they roll in. I appreciate any of the support you guys can give me. Shout out to everybody who is joining me live, even though I went live at an earlier time and gave you guys very little notice on it. You guys are the true heroes. Mason Allen, Robert Turner, John Bainbridge, Silu Bonino, Andrew Thomas, Matthew Gold, Prince That Wasn't Promised, Frederick Lopez, Thunder God Cairo, Rick Bocanegra, Mohammed Belstein, David Rodriguez, RMD Collective, Garth McMurray, let's see, Redford Redding, Tim Matthew Gold, sorry I'm repeating some people, Chelsea W, Eric Wilson, Pink Sweets, Matt Munoz, Redford, Kenu Put, Marana, all the people. Will Smith, damn, getting jiggy with it. All right, thank you guys for being here right now. Much appreciated. Hitman Hudson, Adam, Andrew, everyone. Let's actually just start with this Godzilla versus Kong trailer because I just watched it about 17 times and I'm ready to really dive in. I didn't watch it 17 times, but I did watch it 3 times. And I watched it 3 times, not because I was going to analyze it on this show, but just because it was so cool and there was a lot happening. In general, I will let you guys know that tonight on the World Girls at 7 p.m. Pacific time, Darina, Steph, and I are going to be fully breaking down the trailer together. And also, we're going to be talking about our favorite monster movies. So if you're just in a monster movie mood today, especially after seeing that trailer, then please check that out with us. YouTube.com/TheWorldGirls, as we're going to be talking more about this. But today, I couldn't have just watched the trailer and not talked about it on the show at all. And thank you to my mod, Matthew Gold, for putting that Streamlabs link in here. Appreciate you, honey. So today was, that trailer was wild. So many things that I loved about it. In general, I love monster movies and I really like Godzilla and I really like Kong. And so this movie is clearly made for somebody like me who likes movies that are just wild like this. From the marketing, I could tell I already loved the coloring. I love the orange versus blue. I love that for a couple of different reasons. Number one, those are both, blue of the sea, orange of the earth. It's like that orangey brown. Brown's not as cute of a color. So we've got one from the land, one from the sea. Godzilla with all of the blue and Kong with all of the orange. And this is the battle of a lifetime. I also think it's interesting that we've got somehow it seems, and by the way, this is spoilers on the trailer. I haven't seen the movie, but obviously I'm going into the trailer. It seems like we have convinced Kong to do our bidding for us. We have convinced Kong to be our warrior to take out Godzilla, because whatever things Godzilla's getting into, Godzilla's like fucking shit up. Godzilla's messing with people and doing some horrible things. So we need Kong to protect him. Then what we do with Kong after that, I don't know. But when you think about it, if you are a huge Godzilla fan and a huge Kong fan, you would think in your mind that Kong wouldn't stand a chance against Godzilla. But in this movie, it looks like he does. So it looks like there's an outsmarting, outmaneuvering kind of situation. And if Kong has all the people behind him, then it kind of makes sense. But I do think that this trailer made it look like they were more even, because in the same way that when you think about Batman v Superman, I mean, at the end of the day, Superman's got to kick the living shit out of Batman, right? But that's not what we saw. But when you think about Superman versus Batman, it's like, in what world is Batman going to be able to hang with Superman? Well, only in a world in which there's morality, or, and Superman wants to hold back at all. So Godzilla versus Kong, it looks like Kong gets some really good hits in and might be able to take him down. And the marketing is saying one will fall. So you have to assume if one will fall, that Godzilla is going to fall, right? Because we're not taking out Kong, especially when he's doing our bidding. So I think that the way that they're doing all of this just looks awesome. It looks entertaining. I think that the cast looks really strong. And I love movies that take themselves as seriously. Like they know that this is a ridiculous premise. We're talking about Godzilla versus Kong, but everybody in the movie is taking it dead ass. And that's great. I don't know what's the deal with Alexander Skarsgård character. In my mind, he's always kind of a little like slimy, mischievous villainy. But here, maybe he's, full-blown good guy. Millie Bobby Brown, will be interesting to see what the kids are doing during all this time, because sometimes people don't like the kid aspect of these films and it can kind of distract them a little bit. But Millie Bobby Brown is always a fan favorite. And it's not like she's a little kid, but we do have a little kid in here. So we'll have to see. Rebecca Hall, always great. I think that's, we're going with a pretty dope cast here. I like Brian Tyree Henry a lot. I only really know him from, actually, I guess I've seen him in a couple of things now, but, oh my God, I have to sneeze so bad and it's just not coming out. It's very, very difficult what's happening right now. I don't even know how to explain to you guys. It's in the whatever. I know him mostly from Atlanta, but he's been in a ton of stuff. He's a very, very talented actor. Oh, let the sneeze come out. It's not coming. So yeah, this is a great cast. It looks cool. The coloring looks great. And one of the things that was a main complaint about the last Godzilla movie was, he doesn't come in until the very end. By the way, these are legitimate complaints, but my complaint voice is always the troll voice. He doesn't come in until the very end, and it's always in the dark, so I can't even see him very well. Again, legitimate concerns, but still troll voice. So here's the truth. I think that they heard that, and so they were like, in the marketing, fuck this, we're going to show them loud and proud. These fights are happening in the dead-ass light, and not only is it just the light, we have made it look so cool with the blue and the orange and everything going on, and we know that there's a fight in the sea, and we know that there's a fight on the land. And so we can see all of it. And so I think that they're trying to tell us it's not going to take until halfway through the movie to see these monsters. We're going to see them very quickly. And not only are we going to see them quickly, but we're also going to see them fully in the light. And that's not going to be a complaint you guys have about this movie. This movie looked like it cost $1 billion. Like, it looked like a legit $1 billion movie. These monsters looked incredible, and I cannot wait to see this. It obviously is something that I wish I was seeing on a very, very big screen, but tis what 'tis. The director is Adam Wingard, And a lot of people are excited about that because of a movie that he did a decade ago called You're Next. I never watched that movie. He also directed The Guest in 2014, and he directed Blair Witch in 2016, which I liked more than most people did. This means that he obviously has a horror background. And so for a monster movie, I like a guy with a horror background. That sounds pretty good to me. And I have nothing. Dude says, Roxy, it doesn't look like it cost $1 billion. I'm not saying a legitimate $1 billion. This is obviously me exaggerating. No movie costs $1 billion. But when they say that it costs $200 million to make, I'm like, yeah, and every penny of it. Because this movie looks dope. Just so dope. This was like a not home run, knock out of the park trailer for me. And I understand enough about now what's going on, what we're fighting for. I think it's pretty great. Drama King NYC says, wondering how the axe can deflect atomic breath. I don't know. Yeah, that part where we see Godzilla's atomic breath and Kong coming down and pushing it back in. However he's doing that, I don't know. Obviously, they're going to have to explain that in the film, but it's pretty cool looking. And like, same dough. And somebody has to make some kind of recreation of that actually being like morning breath and like a lover or something. What? Saul says, yeah, it really only looks like it cost $990 million. It's like, I say, like, it looks like it was $1 billion movie. I'm not fucking being serious, friends. Thank you, Saul. It's like, I'm just saying it looks, when you walk into a room and somebody's like, you look like $1 million. You don't think what they actually mean. Spoiler alert, I don't think they are actually looking at you and they're sizing you up and they're guessing how much every piece of clothing costs or your jewelry and put the XY, carry the 1, subtract the 4, $1 million-ish. Is that outfit $1 million? Just wondering. Your skin routine's $1 million. You look like $1 million. Just saying. The visuals looked sick on this. The storyline looks interesting. We've been waiting for Godzilla versus Kong for what feels like 50,000 years because quarantine has made everything feel like a really long time. And I'm here for this. I don't know what my plans are to watch it yet. I'm hoping that I get a screener of this so that I can tell you guys how it is based on the people who have seen it so far, because they've done some test screenings. The rumblings seem to be that this movie is solid. I've heard very good things. I have not heard, and again, when I say I have not heard, I actually don't have any close friends who have seen this, but when they've talked about the test screenings and I've read articles on that, it has not seemed like it's been, oh my God, best movie ever, but it seems like everybody said this is very solid and it's a great monster movie. If you want more on this, don't forget tonight to go to the World Girls. We are live at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll be talking not just about this trailer, but also about our favorite monster movies in general. When I pitched that to the girls, Dee was so excited because obviously she's a big horror fan. She loves monster movies. Steph was stoked on that too. So we thought that would be a really fun one to do with you guys tonight. So put your thinking caps on and start to think about what your favorite monster movies are, who your favorite monster characters are. We can go over a whole variety of things. Crashing Coyote says Kong's axe is made out of one of Zilla's spikes. So is that how? So Zilla's spike is able to deflect. Got it. And the people made it for him after having one of his spikes because they want Kong to kick Zilla's ass. I like the nickname Zilla, by the way. In case we're throwing out more nicknames for me, we've already got a lot, but Zilla's a dope one. I don't know why I would be Zilla. My name is not Rockzilla, but if it was, Zilla would be a badass nickname. Is everybody here on Team Kong, obviously? I don't think anybody here is Team Godzilla, right? Unless you're doing it sarcastically or ironically, like, oh my God, I'm Team Godzilla. Everybody's Team Kong, am I right? Speaking of teams, we are going to talk about Team Jim Carrey, Team Adam Sandler in a moment, but let me check in and see what's going on in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Getting your questions, comments, concerns. Say them loud, say them proud. Moody in the house says, fire breath aside, I feel like a gorilla would fuck up a lizard. Moody, that's an amazing quote. I do feel like a gorilla would fuck up a lizard. However, Godzilla is clearly like harder, better, faster, stronger than Kong, seemingly. Apollo 3JP says, what up, Rocks? How's your weekend been? Went down to San Diego to visit some fam and watch the fight. Hope you're having a great weekend. Wow, you're where Steph is, and she was watching the fight too. It's almost like you guys were together. Weekend's going fine. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah. Anyone who picks King Kong is a cop? What? Zeno, so you're Team Godzilla? Eric is Godzilla. Bruce is Godzilla. High Boom is Team Kong all the way. Personally, I do like Godzilla more, but I would need to see how they play out the story, says Optimike Primus. All right. I guess there's a lot of team. Danny Ramirez is Team Godzilla. Jimmy's Team Godzilla. Lucas is Team Godzilla. Are you guys all fucking lying to me? You're legit not Team Kong. You guys are legit Team Godzilla. Like, Godzilla's trying to take down the planet, and you guys are Team Godzilla. Come on. Don't be ludicrous. Don't be Luda. Don't be Zilla. Ludazilla. Fuck Kong, says Servok and Chev. Fuck Kong. What? You guys are... Wow. Joey says Millie said something was messing with Zilla. That could be true. I also am kind of curious what other Titans make appearances in this, because this is a world in which Godzilla and Kong believe that they are the last of the Titans, but obviously we know that that can't be true. And then we see that snake creature for a second, so we don't know what kind of monsters could make their way into this movie. Very, very excited to see the other designs of other monsters full blown, because this looks sick. It looks like $1 billion, and you can quote me on that. All right, let's move forward. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to keep talking about Kong or Godzilla or any of the things going on in that movie, then let me know. Or if you want to talk about this next topic, which is a trending topic on Twitter right now, I saw people going to war over this. Whose iconography, again, is that the word, is better, Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey? The way this question was phrased was, if there was a versus, you guys know those battles that have been going on, but the verses were for film scenes, whose would be better, Jim Carrey's or Adam Sandler's? I'll just read the actual original tweet from DJ First Class, who says, if Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey battled in a versus using movie/show scenes, who would win? Now, this was A, surprising, and B, a bummer to me, because Jim Carrey swept Adam Sandler unanimously. There was not one person who tweeted that Adam Sandler would do better than Jim Carrey. Let me read some of these tweets. Okay. So Henny God says Jim Carrey, and it ain't close to me. Christina says don't ever play with Jim Carrey like that. Laura says Jim Carrey, hands down, one of the best actors, fucking hilarious. He's one of the greatest, best smile, 150 million out of 10. Love him. Then, okay, a lot of people saw Jim Carrey was trending and were worried. 1227 says, I'm not trying to say Adam Sandler is a bad actor, but why is it even a question? Y'all need to stop playing with Jim Carrey. Here's the thing. I'm not sitting here saying I'm not even sitting here making a decision about this yet, because we'll talk about it together, but I feel like I'm the only true Adam Sandler fan left. Like, am I the only one who still feels like I owe Adam Sandler my entire childhood? And Jim Carrey has some incredible movies. Obviously, I think that as a comedian, as an actor, we have seen him have more range, although we're starting to see Adam Sandler have more range as well. But I don't understand how there's not one person standing up for Adam Sandler. Like, did you guys not have the same, and obviously the answer to this is no, but did nobody have the same childhood I did, where like Adam Sandler was the number one in the house? Between Waterboy, and maybe it's just the age that I came up at, but like between Wedding Singer, Waterboy, even like Lil Nicky, Big Daddy, every single movie that he came out with was like a fucking Happy Gilmore. Like, where's my head right now? That Billy Madison, every single movie that he had, we bought on VHS and played on fucking repeat. Like, there was no questions about it. Adam Sandler was the Adam Sandler. He also was a Jew. He also was an East Coast Jew. And so I think that there was that connection as well. But I grew up on Adam Sandler. And I think he's brilliant. And also we are seeing him stretch himself with things like Uncut Gems and seeing that side of him. High Boom says, love the Longest Yard. Totally. So when we think about their films, I love Jim Carrey as well. I liked Ace Ventura, although it doesn't hold up the same way that I thought that it would have. I really liked Bruce Almighty. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a top 5 favorite movie for me. So obviously that's a huge, huge sway in his direction. The Mask was dope. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I really liked The Mask. I don't know how you guys feel about The Mask. Let me know. Dumb and Dumber, pretty good. Liar, Liar, I liked a lot. There was a good amount of stuff that Jim Carrey did that was just truly phenomenal. Like truly phenomenal. Not to mention all of his SNL appearances and whatnot. And so I'm not sitting here taking away anything from Jim Carrey. But to dismiss Adam Sandler so quickly, what the fuck? What the fuck? If I had to pick one to watch for the rest of my life, I do think I would pick Adam Sandler. Because as much as Eternal Sunshine touches my whole fucking soul, I can watch Adam Sandler's comedies 10 out of 10 days. And like, I don't know what I would do without them. They develop so much of my humor and the disrespect that Adam Sandler is getting in here. And I know he's made some flops. I actually really like even some of his worst movies. But I know he's flopped some. And I know Jim Carrey's brilliant. Jim Carrey is a top comedian of all time. But for nobody to be respecting Adam Sandler at all, click. Yo, that shit makes me really sad. It's a great film. He's got a ton of great films. So I don't know. The disrespect, the torment, the agony. It's just not right. It's not right for my boy. It's not fair. It's not right. I don't appreciate it. And I feel like Adam Sandler does not get the credit that he deserves at all. I'll go back to that in a second, but before the super chat goes away, Ryan Payne says, I've got a feeling it'll be like BVS where Kong and Zilla fight each other and then they team up to fight a bigger enemy, Team Kong. But is the bigger enemy humanity? Or is it a subsect who are trying to fuck with people? Would love to know more about your thoughts on that, Ryan. And I would love to know more where you guys lie in this Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler debate. Jim Carrey's, I don't think that anybody in here could say that one of the two of them is not talented or incredible in their own right. And they both have some of the best movies of all time. But come on. Come the fuck on. Like, it's gotta be more respectful to Adam Sandler. We cannot be doing the way we are doing. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Star says, hello, Roxy and Kaiser. What are you, copy and pasting? Or do you see Kaiser here right now? Where are you at? Happy Sunday. Thanks for hanging out with us. No usual spiel from me today. Just to say love, peace, bunnies, and hugs to the rock stars and world friends, Jonathan Miles, Brett, Arrest the Cops Who Killed Breonna Taylor, all 3 of them, and of course, Smash Cancer. Thank you, Glenn Caesar, for always reminding us that, always keeping us on our toes. Yeah. Streamlabs in, guys. I would love your support today. I would love your support all days, but we are very, very light today. So streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Thank you to the 200 almost of you guys who are watching live right now. We are going to be wrapping the show probably in the next little bit because I am live earlier right now so that we can watch the fucking Buccaneers, so we can watch Tom Brady do his thing. I'll be bummed if he doesn't win. I got to admit, this is the most I've cared about another team in a long time. Just because Brady deserves all of the success, all of the heat, all of it, because he is the greatest, most dominant player of all time. Glenn says, whoops, my bad on the typo. Obviously, Kaiser is not here today. LOL. I have failed at copy and paste today. Laugh my ass off. Anyway, be well, RJ, Chunk, Skittles, Silver, Zilla. Have a great rest of the World Girl Sunday, World Friends, and Rock Stars. Yeah, I hope that I see you guys all tonight. I do want to talk about one more thing going down, by the way, which is a little political because, we are mostly entertainment, but sometimes we go into world news and politics. Something interesting happened on Twitter today where it was tweeted out by, I believe, ABC and ABC News. And ABC News let everybody know that 1/3 so they tweeted, ABC News tweeted, just in roughly 1/3 of the country opposes President Biden's decision to recommit to the Paris Climate Accord and rejoin the World Health Organization, driven by steepened Republican opposition, according to a new ABC News poll. So this is people were not happy about this tweet because why ABC News phrased this as 1/3 opposes as opposed to 2/3 support is very strange. I don't know whether they thought that was more clickbait worthy or what, but it's very interesting to phrase something this way. And ABC showing their cards a little bit here because really a lot of people went in and corrected the headline. Like Valerie Bertinelli went in and said, roughly 2/3 of the country supports President Biden's decision to recommit to the Paris Climate Accord and rejoin the World Health Organization, even with steepened Republican opposition. And like a lot of people were saying that this tweet should have been a vast majority because, 2/3 is a vast majority. So I do think it's interesting the way that ABC phrases. I also think that it's great, though, when you break down the actual story, how many people clearly are in support of us rejoining Paris's climate accord, because who the fuck opposes this? Who is, at this point, who does not believe in climate change? Who does not believe that we need to do something to help because otherwise our grandkids are not going to be able to live on this fucking planet? Like, what are you guys, living under a fucking rock? It is so, so ludicrous. And who, pun intended, thought that leaving the WHO during a global pandemic, we left the World Health Organization during a global fucking pandemic. Who doesn't think that's a good idea to rejoin? Who? So I think that it's funny how people phrase these headlines. Sometimes we talk about that on this show all the time. Clickbait, chicken and beer. Everybody knows what that's a reference to. Put it in the chat. Going into the super chat, J.R. Me Ataxi says, this is before your time, but Jim's work on Living Color was amazing. Better than Adam's SNL. Adam is good. Jim is better. It's not before my time because I've seen Living Color, and I agree that Jim is amazing. But we're not just talking about how they are as performers. We're also talking about Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler and all of their work. So if you could only take one of their libraries, you would just shit on Adam's. And to say Adam is good is so disrespectful to him. Adam is great. Adam is not good. He's great. And this is I mean, obviously this is all opinion stuff, but this is I feel like the common conception at this point is that Adam is good. Adam is not good. Adam is fantastic. Adam is one of the best on the planet. What is this Adam is good shit? Haskell 420 says Godzilla in the theater, in the trailer is actually Mechagodzilla. Yeah, there was a lot of talk about this. When the real Godzilla shows up, him and Kong versus Mechagodzilla, and he'll be the one that falls. Yeah, okay, that could make sense. Then we have reason for the team up. Yeah, that could work based on previous films. So I'm kind of with that. Jake Yakovet on the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, sorry to bring the mood down. That's okay, Jake. That's what we do on the show. We hit the highs and hit the lows. But we lost another member of the Schmodown community this week. Unfortunately, Graham Butler passed away unexpectedly this week. Oh my God, what happened? I knew him from Riley's Zoom hangouts. He was a really good and funny dude. Rest in peace, my friend. That's awful, Jake. Let us know if you know more about what happened. So sorry to hear that. And to anybody who knew Graham, reaching out and sending love. He actually popped in here a few times, but not for a long time. So sending much love his way, and everybody send bunnies, please, and support our friends who are friends of his, and also his family during this time, as I'm sure it's an impossible time to know what to do or to lose somebody, as many of us have, and we know. Thank you to everybody in the chat right now, sending bunnies and sending rest in pieces. You guys are very, very kind. I love the rock stars, and thanks for being here, guys. Oh, Jake, you warned us. You warned us that it was a mood bringer downer, but I appreciate you informing us anyway. We lost a lot of people in this community this year. A lot of them. Garth says Mark Ellis posted about Graham in the MTS Facebook fan group. Okay, I'll definitely make sure I check that out. Thank you. Speaking of Mark Ellis, I was thinking about him during this Kong Godzilla trailer because we know how much he loves that, and just how much I love Mark Ellis in general. I will say he does such an incredible job of keeping everybody informed and always knowing like the right things to say and when to entertain and when to bring the knowledge and whatever. So quick shout out to Mark Ellis for being such an incredible part of the community at all times too. And to you guys for sticking around right now, loving all of these bunnies. Jake Yakavetta, Danny Cost Like Lost, Mohammed Belsin, Avi Vitzman, Thunder God Cairo, Robert Turner, Ryan Payne, Pink Sweets, Garth McMurray, David Atura, Glenn Caesar, Rainbow Inc., who didn't send bunnies but sent a bunch of swear words, so I'm assuming that makes you upset. I'm with you. Pop XD, RMD Collective, Chris Martinez, Rick Bocanegra, DK, Zeno Hour, Danny Ramirez, Rainbow Inc., Optimike Primus, High Boom. Thank you guys all for showing support for this community. Haskell 420, Ben Rayner, Rainbow Inc. I always talk about on the show how I try to give shout outs. I know that not everybody can support in the super chat and the Streamlabs at all times. Although I will say that we're very, very light today, friends. But I know everybody's fucking struggling right now. And so I still try to give shout outs to everybody who I can, because it is very important. I don't know what happened to our friend, but it's very important that while we are here on this earth, that we make everybody's time a little bit easier, and that people do feel seen and loved and supported and heard. And as much as I can do that for you guys, I'm going to continue to try to. And as much as you guys can do that for the people in your lives, remember, if you have the choice to make sure that somebody feels seen and heard, always take that choice, because it is never wrong to make somebody feel loved. And actually, it's one of the best feelings on the entire planet when you feel loved and seen. And I do think those things they're not the same thing, but they do go hand in hand. So thank you guys for doing so right now. And thank you again to Jake for letting us know. We are going to be winding down and getting out of here again because the Buccaneers game is on, and I want to support Tommy. I know a lot of you guys are anti-Tommy. This is like a Rockstars versus Roxy today, because Godzilla versus Kong. Apparently you guys are fucking Godzilla. Adam Sandler versus Jim Carrey. You guys are Jim Carrey. And then Tommy versus not Tommy. You guys are not Tommy. I don't even know that you guys give a fuck about the game. I don't know that you care at all. It's not like I've got a bunch of Green Bay fans in here. But when it comes to Tommy versus non-Tommy, you guys are all like, Tom Brady's the worst. So this is all team you guys versus me. Kara Zor-El, Team Kong. That's what I like to see, Kara. Hell yeah. So maybe jump on over to the dark side, guys. Maybe vote for Kong. Vote for. Is the election again? Root for Kong. Root for Adam Sandler. Root for the Buccaneers. You know. Saul says, yo, Kong is gonna fuck that Moody Zilla up and take his chick. Anyone who says otherwise doesn't understand fighting. It sounds like the next Creed movie, the way that you phrased it. Oh, my heater is so loud right now. All right, thank you to everybody. I will see you guys tonight for the Whirl Girls. Hopefully you guys are hanging in there. Thinking about you all. You've got the Rockstar community. You've got the World Friends. We'll be back at 7 p.m. talking more about King Kong. Talking more about Godzilla, talking more about monster movies in general. Hopefully I'll be wearing my Patriots hat because Tom Brady doing big things, and he's still a Patriot at all times. Put down your toilet seat. If you're watching after the fact, streamlabs.com/RoxyStrya, and I'll read it live on the show because I think we raked in about $10 full today. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, tell them about it. And of course, again, thank you to Jake for letting us know. Graham Butler, please rest in peace. I'm not sure what happened, but thinking about you. Reach out to your loved ones. We don't know. I'll see you guys tonight, and then right here again, 1 p.m. live at the Roxy tomorrow.